There is a crackle in the static of your routine. A glitch, 555. It inserts itself, a stark and perfect anomaly against life's background noise, in the time left on a meter, on a page number, in the code of a random address. This is not a nudge. It is an interjection. When this pattern insists itself upon you, it means a script has been flipped, a trajectory altered. You are not being guided to renovate. You are being redirected to depart. You have reached the threshold where patience becomes procrastination. Forget everything you have heard about numbers offering comfort or slow guidance. This signal is not a foundation. It is a catalyst. It activates because your spirit has compressed potential to its ignition point. You are being called not to construct, but to transcend. To truly decode it, you must first understand the primal element it commands. It is the language of the unbound. 5 is the archetypal number of the explorer, the heretic, the one who trades the map for the horizon. It is the energy of dynamic, irreversible change. Now the universe triples this energy. 555. This is the ultimate acceleration, a cosmic countdown. It is not softly suggesting adaptation. It is broadcasting on every frequency. Your revolution is now. Stability is no longer the goal. Velocity is. You are not being prepared. You are being propelled. The restlessness you feel, the itchy dissatisfaction, is the necessary and sacred friction. The universe is burning away the dead wood of safe choices and comfortable limitations, so that you can finally move at the speed of your own soul. This sequence is your divine clearance. The runway is clear. Here is the second, more potent transmission. You are being upgraded from passenger to pioneer. This pattern appears when your soul has outgrown the old itinerary. The universe is handing you the compass and the wind. It says, clearly, now you navigate. I will provide the currents, but the destination must be plotted by the stars of your own authentic longing. Let us pause and feel the momentum of this moment. What you are witnessing is your soul's propulsion system engaging. When you see these numbers, you may feel a surge, a magnetic pull, a sense of being drafted by a force vaster than your doubts. This feeling is real confirmation. Its insistent repetition is a sonic boom. The universe amplifies the signal until we feel the vibration in our bones. It is sounding the alarm that the door is already open. The wind is rushing in. This is a direct response to your inner pressure. It is the universe saying, I feel your tension. I see your readiness. Here is your release. So what is the navigation chart? What is it practically telling you to do? The first command is detach. Release your grip on what no longer fits. Right now, the second command is to reorient. This signal swings your inner compass toward your true magnetic north. It says, this is your only bearing now. Alignment is non-negotiable. The third command is to engage the new current. Step into the flow. Think and act as if you are already carried by this powerful stream. This is surrendering to the trajectory of your highest excitement. When you witness this pattern, you are observing momentum through alignment. The universe creates a vortex around you that dissolves inertia and attracts opportunity. This is why, after seeing it, you might notice sudden openings or shocking clarity. The code has activated a current, carrying you toward your new frequency. To harness this, you must undergo an internal liberation. Shift from someone planning a change to someone who is in change. You are a particle in the accelerator of now. An obstacle becomes a gust to adjust your sails. Uncertainty becomes the very element of adventure. The universe is training you to think like a navigator. It speaks to the very nature of time itself. You have broken from chronological time, the time of waiting. You are entering the right time, the opportune moment, the now that is ripe for action. The future you desire is not a point you travel to. It is a reality you step into with your next choice. Consider the shadow. What if you ignore this thrust? You may feel increased frustration and spiritual claustrophobia. This is not punishment, but the universe increasing the pressure. A loving intensity to make inaction more painful than the leap. So, how do you live in alignment? Begin each morning with a motion check. Ask, what increases my momentum? What decreases it? Create symbols of freedom in your environment. A bird in flight, a compass, anything that reminds you of movement. Practice deliberate motion each day. Take a new route. Reach out. Learn a first step. This trains your being in the kinetics of faith. This is why you feel it. When you see 555, you feel a thrill, a pull, a nervous excitement. That is your soul recognizing its own propulsion system. The pattern outside mirrors the launch sequence inside. That quickening in your pulse is your higher self powering the engines. You are remembering how to fly. If this transmission has found you, if this sequence has been your silent countdown, then acknowledge it. This is your moment. Let this be your sacred acknowledgement, a signal that you are ready to move. Each time you see it, pause and say, I receive your thrust. I am in motion. Understand, 555 is part of a larger cosmic syntax. It is the dynamic movement between foundation and awakening, the necessary journey that turns structure into wisdom. Without this revolution, the foundation becomes a prison. Now, the final layer. It is not just a message. It is a current. It shows you what you are becoming. The fact that you notice it means the pioneer within is already awake. The universe is not giving you a direction you lack. It is reflecting back the momentum you have always possessed. This is your own soul calling you into the wild sky of your potential, saying, remember how to move, remember how to be free. The universe is dynamic and catalytic. You have been sent a clear, liberating signal in a language of motion. The only question is this: will you raise the sail? Will you trust the current? Will you commit to the voyage? Thank you for listening. Thank you for the courage to feel this call. If this message connected, let this be your first act of conscious navigation. Share what direction this pulled you toward below. But this is where you face the final, most intimate test. In the space between hearing the call and choosing to move, a profound resistance will emerge from within. It will not feel like a simple doubt. It will feel like a wall of solid reason, dressed in the familiar voice of fear. It will list all the practicalities, all the responsibilities, all the very good reasons to stay exactly where you are. Your task is to recognize this voice for what it truly is, not your enemy, but the final guardian at the gate of your old world. Its purpose is not to torture you, but to test the authenticity of your readiness. It asks one final, brutal question. Is this a fleeting impulse, or is this the undeniable call of your soul? To answer, you must learn to distinguish between two very different energies. The first is the fear of the old, a frantic, pushing energy born of discomfort. The second is the call of the new, a magnetic, pulling energy born of quiet, excited certainty. Fear screams about everything you could lose. The call whispers about everything you are destined to gain. When that wave of fear rises to meet your excitement, do not ask it the old question, what is the worst that can happen? That question keeps you frozen, analyzing imaginary catastrophes. Instead, ask the question of the pioneer. Ask, what is the safest, most predictable outcome if I choose to stay right here? Close your eyes, project yourself forward. See the life that unfolds if you politely decline this invitation from the universe. If you quiet the restlessness, ignore the signs. Decide that this is simply not the right time. Feel the quality of that reality 6 months, a year from now. Feel the subtle settling of dust, the gentle closing of doors, the quiet acceptance of a horizon that never changes. That feeling, that is not safety. That is the truest risk. That is the guaranteed cost of inaction. Your soul is not sending you this signal to lead you off a cliff. It is sending you this signal to pull you back from the slow, quiet cliff of a life unlived. So let us introduce a practical tool for this precise moment. Call it the Momentum Covenant. When you receive the call, that clear, specific next step, you make a covenant with yourself. You give yourself not a year, not a month, but 72 hours. This is not a deadline for completing the journey. This is a sacred window for taking the first definitive, physical action. The action that moves the idea from your mind into the world. The rule is simple. The action must be concrete. Do not plan the entire business. Register the website domain. Do not write the novel. Write the first 300 words and email them to a friend. Do not restructure your whole life. Have the one conversation you have been avoiding. Why 72 hours? Because that is the lifespan of raw inspiration in the face of unchallenged doubt. Every day that passes allows the voice of the old world to rebuild its case. This covenant forces you to act while the signal is still clear, strong in your nervous system, bypassing the committee of doubt. Here is what changes when you do this. That first physical action is not just a step. It is a transmission. It broadcasts a new frequency to the universe and, crucially, to every cell in your own body. It declares, in a language beyond words, the message is understood. The course is accepted. Then watch the nature of the signs will change. You will move from seeing the initial signal, the call, to seeing signs of confirmation and support. You will encounter unexpected resources. You will stumble upon exactly the information you need. People will appear as if summoned. This is the universe's response mechanism. It does not reward good intentions. It collaborates with concrete motion. You transition from the phase of receiving instructions to the phase of receiving partnership. Therefore, let this be your new protocol. The next time this pattern finds you, you feel that inner spark of knowing what to do. Honor the covenant. Start the clock. Your 72 hours have begun. Find that first tangible step and take it. This is the final decoding. The number is not a theory to be contemplated. It is an energy to be embodied, an impulse to be trusted. The old world taught you, see all, then move. This new intelligence reveals. Move truly, and all you need to see will be revealed on the path. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to leave a comment below and share your reflections. To ensure you never miss the next step on this journey, subscribe to this channel and tap the notification bell. Thank you for allowing me to be a guide on your journey today. The path continues within you. Farewell for now. A gust in your sails from the cosmos. You discover your destiny not by studying the map, but by feeling the wind. The pioneer is awake. The current is strong. The course is set. Your courage is the only missing element.